All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB 2001, Allen case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Allen, you're back. It looks like you brought someone with you. What's going on?
King. So he's my nephew's father.
Okay.
And I need help, you know. Mom's paying child support. I feel it's only fair that dad pays child support for, you know, his child.
Okay. And you said for your nephew, if I remember correctly, there were 2 children, right?
Yes. He's just the father of the 4-year-old.
All right.
Yes.
All right. But you said he was around. I remember you saying that.
And he even dropped off some school supplies. You know, he brought him a backpack and he got him, you know.
All right, guys, buckle in. This one's messy. We've got a family drama turned legal showdown. Aunt Allen is stepping in, demanding child support from the father of her nephew. The stakes? School clothes, bills, and a kid caught in the middle. Watch closely, because what feels fair in family life doesn't always line up with the law.
Scissors and Crayolas and stuff, but, I mean, he didn't help with school clothes.
All right. Right. Have you ever asked him to help with school clothes or do anything more?
I mean, he knows school starts, you know.
So that's a no?
That's a no.
Okay.
This moment shows the gray area of responsibility. Dad did buy school supplies, but the aunt insists that's not enough. Here's the question. Is dropping off backpacks and crayons equal support? Or is true parental responsibility about covering those bigger, ongoing needs like food, clothing, and shelter?
I don't know if, have you talked to him before today? Because I don't know if he knew this because he has this look on his face and shaking his head. You haven't discussed this with him?
We haven't. We haven't.
Where is this coming from?
I mean, not that you legally have to, you don't,
well, okay,
but...
Notice Dad's face here, completely blindsided. He didn't even know this hearing was about child support. That raises the stakes immediately. Imagine being dragged into court without warning. Would you feel betrayed? Or would you say, hey, I should have seen this coming?
Being an amazing father, I go pick up my kids whenever I have the opportunity to. I do work at a bank here as a financial advisor.
All right.
So my schedule is not, it doesn't permit me to go pick them up like I would like to. But through our text message and everything like that, I'm able to communicate with them, go pick them up.
Here's where the contradictions start. Dad calls himself an amazing father, but then admits his work schedule means he doesn't see his child consistently. Is financial success a free pass to be inconsistent? Or does being a good dad mean showing up no matter what?
Say, hey, your child's gonna eat today. Hey, look, I even brought my electricity bill. You know, like water, electricity, gas, $435 for electricity. I mean,
What does your bill have to do with my child?
your child lives in my home and uses this electricity, you know, watching TV or...
This exchange cuts deep. Aunt Allen argues that her nephew benefits from electricity, water, and housing. Dad shoots back. That's not my bill. And here's the tension. Should support money strictly cover the child's direct expenses? Or is it fair to argue that keeping the lights on is part of raising a child?
They have certain ways about them.
I could kind of tell that from the last time that they were here.
They have certain ways about them. A little money hungry, if you want to say that. I'm gonna say that and not use the other term. But hey, teach his own.
Watch Dad tread carefully. He doesn't want to say it outright, but he accuses the aunt and her sister of being money hungry. This is where courtroom battles get personal. Because child support cases aren't just legal, they're emotional wars wrapped in dollar signs.
I just would think this would be a conversation that you all had first to try to see what you can work out. But, I mean, nonetheless, we are here today. Do you have access to health insurance?
I do.
All right. Do you know how much it'll cost you to put your son on health insurance?
I don't have an exact number, but I'm pretty sure anywhere between $300 and $400
Okay.
a month.
All right. Is it a...
The judge breaks it down simply. This isn't about punishing Dad. It's about fairness under the law. Child support exists so that no caregiver shoulders the full financial burden alone. That reminder strips away the drama and brings us back to cold legal reality.
Now, child support is... Go ahead.
So all the cash apps and everything that I have here and all the text messages and everything, that means nothing, correct?
No, you haven't told me that. You haven't told me. I mean, I asked, how much have you been giving her?
Like I said, whenever she asks,
But what does that mean? Like, numerically, how does that look?
This is where numbers don't lie. Dad claims he gave hundreds and says never more than 50 at a time. The judge asks, could the totals be adding up over time? This clash isn't about math. It's about credibility. Who do you believe? The father's memory or the aunt's receipts?
Bills don't matter, okay? I mean, I get what you're saying. I understand. The child lives there. There are things that you have to pay for. I get it.
I was just saying.
His child support is not going to be paid based on your electricity bill, your gas bill, any of those bills
But he
that
wants
you
to
brought
sit
today.
here and say $250 to $500. That's probably been in a year. And what I was just trying to say is, come on, come on.
And there it is, back pay. Since the filing date, Dad now owes about $2,000, paid back at $100 a month. That's a gut punch moment. One side feels validated. The other feels robbed. What do you think? Does this sound like justice or just another financial trap?
Right, so if I do that with your gross, that brings your gross to $4,800, which means your net is $3,979.47. And you said you have one child, correct?
have one and expecting one.
The math is final. $796 in monthly child support, plus $100 toward back pay, $896 total. For a man making $60,000 a year, that's significant. But here's the hard truth. Child support isn't about comfort for parents. It's about survival for children.
As I stated, it's not a punishment or anything like that. It is strictly based on what your income is. Now, if you guys can work together and you decide you want to do something different, you get an agreement or something like that, I would happily entertain that. But until then, this is where we're at today. All right? Do you have any questions?
Listen closely. Dad calls a ruling ridiculous and calls it justice. Same ruling. Two totally different realities. That's the paradox of family court. To one side, it's survival. To the other, it feels like punishment.
Miss Allen, your only priority, you have two priorities. The first priority is for you to make the request as you did, and the second one is to hush.
Yes,
all right? Anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So here's where it lands. Dad walks out with an $896 monthly obligation. Aunt leaves with validation. The child? Hopefully more stability. But let me ask you, was this justice or just drama? If this case stunned you too, drop your take in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more courtroom drama like this.